Juthai Kripkebo, Ani Bumu Alisha Nunisa, Skang Toha ang Kripkani channel ha welcome Khailadu. So recently APSC declared Khaibar results APSC CCE 2022. Oba Hajini Dimasani Prang around 16 candidates Maiba ore ora prang ang dini bu talk show ha saushi successful candidate APS rank 60 buke invite Khaiba ore ang buke introduction rimane san haladu.
Thank you. Juthai ani bumu RICKYRAJ DAULAGUPU ang daglai result declare jayaba CCE 2022 ha APS select jaba ang jaha topodi sarajini an parents ni bum jaka father ni Ranadhiri DAULAGUPU ore buma jaka Mina DAULAGUPU.
Welcome in Ibu Talk Show ha.
Thank you very much.
So Ibu Talk Show ke kripo giving jadiwo naima se oban yang Ibu Talk Show ke English yang continue claima ne krip ke bo saladu. So welcome RICKYRAJ DAULAGUPU and congratulations on being selected as APS rank 60.
Thank you very much.
So like I wanted to ask you like first question, like how did you feel when you saw your name in the final list?
Actually, I couldn't believe that my name was in the list because I have given exams many times and I have been dejected, felt dejected so many times. Like I have appeared for technical exams more than 6 times, for which I also gave interview, and this was also my second interview for the civil services examination. So while I was searching for my name, so when I first logged in and I saw my name, I was really shocked. Then I went out and I went to the kitchen where my mom was sitting with my dad. I went in and I told them, I think my name is in the list. And then I again went back into the room and again I checked. It was there. And again went back. I told them that it's sure my name is in the list, but I didn't check what rank or what designation I had got till then. After that, I told them that, okay, let me check the last time. I want to be sure because I thought it was just a dream. It didn't feel real at the time. So at last I went inside and then I checked and I saw that I had got APS under rank 60. I was very happy and it is one of the most proudest moment of my life because my parents were also smiling very, what to say, their expression were very genuinely, authentically happy. So I'm feeling very good and proud that I could make them smile.
Okay, so was APS your first preference? Like
actually, I gave first preference as ACS, but my choice was always APS because from childhood I was very much interested in uniform duties which were primarily done by the uniformed men. Because as a child I was also the commander of our school march past team for 5 years and we won also 3 times. But as I grew up, I had an accident where I had injured my wrist. So I had some problems with my wrist. So I thought that it might hamper me during selection. So I gave it as a second preference. But I'm very happy to get it selected as an APS.
Did you expect that you would clear this time?
Yes, I was very much confident that I would clear the exam this time, but I wasn't sure at what rank will I get, because this was my second mains attempt, and so I had learned from my mistakes from my previous attempts. So I had structured my answers very well and I had collected all the data relevant. I had collected codes which could be used in any answers. So I was very much confident that I would clear it, but I was not sure at what designation or what rank will I get. So that was a very pleasant thing for me to see my name on the APS list.
As you have mentioned, like you have structured your answer writing very nicely. So like how did you practice your answer writing?
So what I used to do was when I used to write answers, I used to give daily 1 hour just to focus on the answer writing. And what I did was, first of all, I made a structure. So introduction should no more be than 2 lines. It should not be more than 2 lines because we have to write one answer in 7.5 minutes. That is for the 10 marker answer. But in those 7.5 minutes, you have also to study the question, understand it, and then frame the answer in your head. So you will get less than 5 minutes for the answer. So what I did was, for introduction, I only gave 2 lines. That is, the definition should be recognized by some institution, like you take the definition from World Bank or from some other ministries or something like that. Then for the body, what I used was, I used the headings. So if a question asks, like for example, you can take the revolution of 1857, the Sepoy Rebellion. So if they ask about it, then I used to give starting what was the revolution of 1857. Then the main body, the causes. So in the causes, I didn't used to write whole like sentences. I used to frame it under subheading like one immediate cause, then the other political reasons. So inside the political reasons, I used to give all the answers like 3 or 4 points, and I made sure that to not define more than 3 points, so that I can end the answer easily. And whenever I get questions where I can insert a diagram or a graph or a figure, I used to draw that. And moreover, I used to I have already prepared so many diagrams for myself to use in case of society governance. We call it cycle, the vicious cycle drawings. I used to keep it, and I had also read many quotes, more than 20 quotes, and for each subject I kept more than 2 and 3 quotes which can be used everywhere. So I used it, and I thought that when I used them, it was very much pleasant to read them, and the answer looked more satisfactory than the previous attempts.
And did you took like some help from coaching? Did you took some coaching?
Yes, I did take coaching for the mains only. For the prelims, it was I used to study the current affairs newspaper for the prelims. But for the mains, since I thought that I am from a technical background and I do not have that much of understanding, so I took coaching from SPM. So they guided me very well, and because of that, I saved a lot of time because of that, and I could focus more on my answer writing. So for that, I am also thankful.
Like, you took help from coaching. Like, how many months did you took coaching for mains?
For mains, after the declaration of the preliminary results, I took the coaching till the mains. That was around maybe 6 months, maybe. So before exams conducted, it had already closed. I had already closed the study from the coaching for about 1 month. That was my self-study time. And regarding coaching, it's not that they are going to be of very much great help, because you are going to share the same materials with thousands of other students. So I suggest those who are going or opting for coaching to understand the topic from the coachings, because they are experts in that field. They will teach you properly, but to also carry on with your self-study and to find relevant data which you can insert, which can make your answer more better, more attractive and different from the other students who are going to write the same answer as you in the exams. So because if 10 people write the same answer, the examiner is going to notice that, and when they will think that you are all just mugging it up and just writing an exam. So that decreases your values as your answer, and you'll get less mark. So I suggest that even if you take coaching, you also prepare your own notes, learn from them, and then use your own ideas to further enhance your own answers. This is what I suggest. And apart from that, I would also suggest that you browse through the YouTube channels like World Affairs by Prashant Dhawan. It is very good. And then you can Ade Singh's YouTube videos. This is also very helpful. And moreover, if you want to increase the quality of your answer, I suggest you watch the news channel of First Post by Palki Sharma. She is very good, and the way she speaks, you will notice that you can use that in your answers as well. The introduction part, the body part, the conclusion, how she narrates a story, you'll be able to use that in your own answers.
As you have mentioned, you also opted for self-study. Like, how many hours did you study self-study?
Well, about the hours, when I used to get up before actually getting up from my bed, I used to just check on my phone, like what happened yesterday, or is there any video I missed at night. So I used to watch that, and after that, after having like getting up, freshen up, and taking my breakfast, then I used to sit for around 1 and 2 hours on my laptop, and then I used to continue what I had read the previous night. So I used to revise that. After that, if the coaching classes were there, coaching classes usually normally started per class, it was 2 hours. Maybe someday we had 2 classes, someday we had 4 classes. So coaching classes usually takes up more than 6 to 8 hours of my time daily. So apart from that, I used to focus on 1 hour minimum writing, and then 3 hours on just self-study. in that time I didn't used to engage in any other coaching materials, just self-study, which I have collected the datas, and I used to I used to take just a sheet of paper, just draw a line on it, and then what topic I have learned, I used to write it, introduction, then the body, what can be inserted there, what new I have found today that I can put in there, and I used to keep it like that, and I used to revise from that during that time.
Okay, as you have also mentioned, like you took coaching, like did you took online or offline coaching?
I took online coaching.
Online
because I think that if you're opting for offline tuition, you will lose a lot of time while traveling. That is a major issue, but there is also benefit that you can directly ask the teachers. But for me, I thought that saving 2 hours of my daily life will be far more beneficial for me. That's why I opted for online coaching.
So you have done your graduation in a technical line.
Yes.
So when did you know that you have to be a civil servant?
Actually, when I cleared my BTech in civil engineering from my college, Central Institute of Technology, it is in COCRAJAR. So so at the time, the online formula for the 2018 CCE was going on, and at that I didn't know much about the civil services during that time. So I tried for other technical exams also at that time, because I thought that since I have done my civil engineering, I should get inside a technical department. But at the time there was no exams at all. Then during those phase when I was wondering and thinking what about to do, then suddenly I saw a video. It was I think of some. It was of the northern state. I guess it was Tripura. So at that there was a rally going on, and a farmer was sitting on a side and he was crying. There was a sheet of paper in his hand and he was crying. And then I thought that what is going on? It was played live in a news channel. I don't remember that channel. And what the anchor said was that the farmer was crying because he was supposed to give a speech to their local representative to discuss the problems, because there was a maybe drought or something and his crops were lost. So he was in very deep financial troubles, and he wasn't able to talk the issue with the representative. So at that moment I thought that what is going on? This should not be the case, the situation of our people. So at that moment I thought that since I have also studied something, I have also, it's my duty now to give back something to the community. And I thought that none of the people near me should face such kind of situations anymore. So at that time I started to look for ways in which I can help them. So I thought that rather than going for individual effort, if I can get inside civil services, then I can help. Then I can be of greater help to such kind of people. And at that time, 2 of my friends also got selected in CCE 2018 as an ACS officer, and at the time I got motivated that maybe I should also try. I can also get in. So from that time I diligently tried for that, and finally after 3 attempts I also was able to clear it.
Okay, so in APSC CCE 2020, the syllabus were same with the UPSC level.
Yes.
But this year in APSC CCE 2022, the syllabus were changed. There were no optional papers, and you got to attempt last year and this year. Like, what were the differences you can see?
The main difference was the optional paper, because due to optional paper I had to give more time studying, because it was we have to write 2 papers, and for that you have to give more than 2-3 months of extra study. So that saved a lot of time. Moreover, last time the questions were mostly factual based. So if you know something about a topic, only then you can write. You cannot just use your general ideas, like you cannot randomly use some ideas or schemes or put in there. It was factual based. But this time the questions were mostly analytical based, and I am very strong at analytical questions. So that really came up, and it was an advantage for me this time. And regarding last examination, it was since it was my first attempt, and I did not know the proper strategy. So that time I failed. But this time, since I learned from my mistakes from my last examination, it helped immensely, and I focused mainly on answer writing during this examination. Because even if you learn everything, even if you know the topic, if you cannot write the answers within 5 minutes and a question, then you will not be able to complete the question paper. And because there are thousands of other students who are studying as hard as you, who are trying very hard, they will naturally take the advantage of that one question, and you will be left behind. That's why I regard that answer writing should be the main focus of any aspirants trying to complete and to get selected into the civil services.
Like there were 6 papers in APSC CCE, so did you attempted all the questions?
Yes, I attempted all the questions, but I think I missed one question. I don't remember about which paper, because that I lost around 5 minutes because I was thinking about the answer and I didn't come up immediately, so I lost one question. But regarding others, I completed all the questions, and what I did was, in the introduction I did properly, and in all the answers that I ended, I gave a quote. I ended with a quote in all the answers possible, and if it was a question from polity, I ended with an article or an amendment or some court judgments which was passed recently.
So the syllabus of APSC is almost same with UPSC level.
Yes.
But only there are no optional papers. So have you ever thought like giving the UPSC exam?
Actually, once I thought I should try, but since even if you get selected, it is very hard to get selected in UPSC. That is one. But even if I get selected, I will be transferred out of Assam. So that was my secondary reason for not trying to attempt the UPSC. First was obviously it is very hard. Secondly, since I will not be able to serve in my home state, so after that I thought it's better I try for APSC. I'll get to serve near my home and my state. So that's why I didn't opt for this UPSC.
So you have given 3rd attempt in APSC CCE. So was this your first interview or a second interview?
This was my second interview.
Okay. So like what tips would you like to give to the aspirants for the interview? So
first of all, I would like to say that if you are selected for the interview, first of all, know about yourself. That is the first. Ask your friends, tell them what you think your strengths are, your weaknesses are, what kind of opportunities you had in your life, what kind of talent you have, and what kind of hobby that you are engaging in yourself right now. Can you present that hobby in front of the examiners or interviewers? So that is the first. And second would be know your home district very well. Their name, how did the name of your district originated? Then what kind of schemes are running inside your districts? What kind of locations are inside your districts? What kind of opportunities are there inside your districts, and what is it famous for? It might be some personalities or locations or historical values. So know that much. After that, you have to be constantly updated on the current affairs, because they are going to ask about it. And after that, what you have to be careful is about what kind of answers are you replying, because most of the time if you answer something, there is going to be a leading question regarding that answer. So very prepared, and if you don't know anything, don't just say I'm sorry, just say that I don't recall at the moment, because they also know you have learned. You are not just there because you luckily just got a seat into the interview. They know that you have studied, you are well learned. So just be confident. If you don't know anything, just say I don't remember or I don't recall right now, and I will study later, so I will research later. Just say that. And apart from that, just think as an administrator, what are you going to do? Don't be one-sided. Keep a balanced approach. If they ask something that you're total against, just don't think from your own perspective. Think about how the other person is also thinking. So give a balanced approach. If you're criticizing something, don't criticize too much. Give a balanced approach. Say the positive of it and the negative of it, and then your viewpoint. And do not overly criticize the government, because you are going to be part of that government, of that machinery. Say if you do not like the functioning of that particular government, say that you want to see improvement in such a field. So that way you should give your criticisms also. So be very mindful of how you speak, and regarding your discipline on how you enter, how you sit, how you dress. What I did was I didn't wear any coats. Just I went in with a formal shirt, pant and necktie, because as I have heard, and I have also known from others' experience, that when you wear a coat, you have to be very mindful of how you button your shirt, how you open your shirt, because there are different kinds of etiquettes that you have to follow before sitting and after standing up. So you are definitely going to be nervous when you enter inside the interview hall, and you will fumble with your coat buttons and all, and that will give a negative impression. So go simple and trust what you have learned. Whatever asked, listen carefully, speak slowly. That is what I've learned, and that is what I advise. Speak slowly and listen carefully. That's all.
And often, most of my friends like they asked me like, in interview, do we have to answer in Assamese or English? Because most of the people from the Mahasau, they don't know how to speak Assamese. So what do you want to say about this?
From my experience, I would say that you have to learn Assamese. Okay, that's the truth. That's the brutal truth. You have to know Assamese. They will make you comfortable. That it's okay. They also realize that you are from the Mahasau, Karbi Anglong. We don't know Assamese very much. But if you know the language Assamese, it becomes far more easier to convey your thoughts to them, and they are also far more interested. They will say that it's okay, speak in English, speak in Hindi, but as Assam government earlier stated that the candidates should know Assamese. It was given in 2020 CCE also that you must know Assamese, and for that they will be conducting some kind of test during the interview. So in 2020 they gave me a book to read. They also gave me a book to read, and since I didn't know many of the words, I know how to read the simple words. But if something comes out like a very hard word, very words with very deeper meaning that's not spoken regularly, so that will definitely give an issue. But I would suggest that just learn how to speak normal Assamese, just simple Assamese. You don't need to go hi-fi like very fluent Assamese, just normal Assamese. You should be able to communicate. That is what I advise.
Okay, so as you have got selected for APS, what would have you done like if you were not selected for APS and you got the lower rank designation?
Actually, what I targeted during this examination was that if I had gotten the top tier ACS, APS, Assam Urban Services, then I would have opted to stay in that service. I would not opt out. But if it was a lower rank, although all those jobs are good, but since I have given more than 5 years of my life to this examination, I would have tried again. But since I am now satisfied that I have got into Assam Police Services, so I would wish the other candidates best of luck. Give your best and do not give up.
Okay, so many of the aspirants, they give mock interviews. So have you ever attended mock interview?
As I've already said that I have given many interviews inside the APSC building also, since I was selected for the technical examination also. So I gave more than 8 interviews inside the APSC building. So that was the realistic simulation for me on how to appear the civil services interview. But since I thought that let's try one time outside, so I went for the mock interview once. But I would suggest that if you have the opportunity to give mock interview, try to give once or twice. Although I cannot guarantee how much it will benefit you, but it will definitely improve your confidence, your answering skill, and if you have any issues with your speaking, they will help. It will help you rectify. Like myself, I know Assamese, but this Assamese I have learned from my friends. So it is not formal Assamese, just informal, how to speak casually here and there. So they told me that I'm not using some particular words properly, like addressing somebody respectfully. So they told me a few words that use these words instead of the one that I'm using right now to sound more respectful to that person or something, that to change certain way that I speak so that you can communicate better. So that was a great help, and I used it during this interview also. So it was beneficial for me.
So as you have given many attempts in APSC, not only in civil services and also in technical line, like did you ever had a second option if you were never get a job under APSC?
Actually, I didn't try. My choices were either I will go inside a technical department or under the civil services. So those were my only 2 targets, and I didn't appear for exams, other exams also, because for me it was all just a distraction. I wanted to focus only on these 2 things. If I get inside it, I'll be happy, I'll be satisfied. But my primary target was the Assam Civil Services. So, and secondary was the technical. Other than that, I didn't even try, because as I told that, since if you engage in too much distraction, you will not be able to achieve your target. If you get inside a job, you definitely, it's a good thing that you're inside a job, but you will be losing that from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. you'll be losing your time, 6 hours. That is an advantage to someone else who is also giving that examination. So that I didn't want to lose, so I didn't try for any other jobs.
So last question, what tips want you to give for all the candidates who are preparing for the upcoming APSC CCE 2023, which will be held on March?
Okay, so the tips I would like to give is, first of all, be confident and just carry on with the current affairs. If you are reading a newspaper, that is well and good. If you cannot afford to learn a newspaper because you don't have time, then go for the news analysis given it is available on YouTube. Learn that properly, and then follow the Lakshmikant book for polity. That is also very good. And if you do not want to learn all the book, there are several websites which gives important questions, like the important articles which might come, the rivers, the dams that are built, festivals. Just make a list. Find the question paper of the recent 3 or 4 examinations, find them, find out a common pattern, what is going on, what they are asking. Then since more than 30% of the questions will be from Assam topics only, focus on that. As for the other static portion like history, that is going to help you in the mains examination. So learn it properly. Assam history, focus on that. Then the other Indian history like modern, medieval, learn that properly. And for geography, I would suggest you keep an atlas with yourself, find out what is going on and focus on the recent topics. And for the paper 2, GIS paper 2, since it is a qualifying paper, so I would suggest that you learn English properly. Okay, because those paragraphs which you are going to get for your answers, you have to read it very fast, otherwise you will lose your time. So read English properly, try out some of those which are available. They are available in YouTube also. And regarding the maths portion, if you are not confident, you can opt for Fast Track Arithmetic Objective. That is a very good book. And if you want tutorials, then you can learn from YouTube videos. You can follow the SBI examinations, SBI PO examination maths, because those give very good detailed explanation on how to solve maths problems very fast. So that will save your time. And regarding the mains examination, I will suggest that as soon as you finish your prelims, start the answer writing and focus, give more time to answer writing, write minimum of 1 hour. And you will also find that many newspaper analysis, they tend to give out questions, attempt those, write those, and then form a study group, a minimum 3 people, so that you can share your answers, your problems, and discuss among yourself what kind of problem you are facing. Now I'd like to suggest that when writing answers, try to insert as many data, the figures and facts as much as possible. When I wrote this examination, the present one, so what I did was, in every sentence there was always one underlined answer and a keyword present in all the answers. Because if you write 3 lines without underlining, and then it seems meaningless, because you cannot explain what is going on with the answer. So write a sentence, insert a keyword in there and underline it. So examiner will notice that part, that oh, this student wants to express this answer. So it make their job easier and also make your answer more attractive. And just don't write everything in one paragraph. Try to divide it in headings, subheadings, so that your answer seems more fuller. And you should also try to increase the dimensions of your answer. Insert everything from the current, from the past also. Insert the what is going on in the polity side, what is going on in the governance side. So insert those. And I also suggest that you should start looking for quotes, good quotes, which can be used in essay and in answers also. So regarding this examination, in my essay, I inserted more than 15 quotes in my first essay and 10 quotes in the second essay. And also I inserted lots of data, like you can, if you are opting for, if there are question coming for the women, right? If it is women based, then you can insert a data of NCRB, like there are violence against women. You can insert that. So that will give weight to your answer. It will also improve the quality of your answer. Give those, and then if possible, draw diagrams, lot of diagrams. Like for example, say there is a district where there is farming going on. You know that there is rice farm, wheat farm, barley farm going on. Everybody is going to write rice, wheat, barley, rice, wheat, barley. So common. So what you are going to do is write rice, then draw a pie diagram, pie chart diagram. Then you know that the 17% is rice. Give that 17% rice. Draw then 20% barley, and the others you don't know. Just mark it others and keep it blank. But that is in a pie diagram. So that representation will give you more marks than just writing rice with barley, because that will be common. So that I always suggest, be innovative with your answers, be as innovative as possible, and as I said earlier, end it with a quote or an article if it comes in a polity question.
And for the Assam paper 6, like how did you prepare for that?
For the Assam paper, I mainly focus on the coaching materials, and if you do not opt to choose the coaching, there is also material available on the YouTube also. You can check that out. It has very detailed explanation about the history of Assam from the medieval to the present, and also you can find about the personalities also on the YouTube. So you don't need to go for coaching. If you want, you can just go through the YouTube material. It's also available online for free. You can choose those, and it has been immensely helpful because those materials on YouTube, they are very much relevant and they can be presented. But I would suggest that write your own way. Don't just blankly follow them. Write your own way answer, because due to time crunch, many people are going to just write the way they have seen it on the internet. So write your own way, prepare your answers properly.
And one question like people keep asking, like, is that how do you read your newspaper? So what do you want to say about that?
So I would suggest that if you are reading the newspaper for the first time, then you should focus on what is going on that is relevant for your examination. Don't just read everything, because that is definitely going to waste your time. So I would suggest that before you start reading the newspaper, just go to the news analysis of different coaching institutes that are available. So learn from them that what they are suggesting. After that, you look inside the newspaper and then see for yourself that what you were studying earlier, was it useful for you, was it relevant for the examination, and then try to compare with them. And then afterward, you can choose your own path, you can choose your own way of learning it. But I would suggest that learn from others first, those who have experience in making notes from the questions. Learn from them, then they will teach you the correct way. Otherwise, you are going to lose a lot of time while reading newspapers also.
Which newspaper have you read in your exams?
I followed Assam Tribune, and for the world news, I follow the World Affairs by Prashant Dhawan, then First Post by Palki Sharma. So those were the materials I followed. And sometimes I used to just Google something which is going on. If I hear something about it, I used to Google it. And from the internet, just whatever I used to find, I used to read it once and twice, and I used to compare it with other sources. So if it feel that it is authentic, because there are also many fake articles in their website, so I used to cross check. So if it's okay, then I used to follow that also.
So before ending this interview, I want to thank you for coming here and giving your valuable time, and congratulations once again for clearing APSC CCE 2022 in such a good rank.
Thank you very much.
And thank you all for watching this interview. And in the next episode, I'll be coming with another successful candidate. So stay tuned.